Welcome to the tiny round table.
Yeah, tiny round table. I'm currently getting speech jammed.
So what is it? DJ Dave?
David Quest.
David Quest?
DJ David Quest.
Yeah, DJ David Quest up in the house right here. Had to set up the turntables from way back in the day just to give a little shout out to all my friends that used to spin records out there. Where did Daniel go?
He must have just taken a pee.
Okay. Well, anyway, welcome friends to the Tiny Table. My name is Jonathan Rogue. Of course, we're joined tonight with Mr. Tyler Hilfrecht, Josh Genke, and Namnad, who allegedly just decided to all of a sudden disappear randomly. And Josh Russell, of course. Josh got a new camera. He's super excited about it.
And DJ David Quest. Spinning records, if you can hear.
So yeah, welcome everybody. We just want to make sure that we're actually live. I think we are.
Yeah, we are.
On Facebook? Oh, cool.
Let's verify. Good evening, those people in comments. By the way, how's the audio?
Hey, John.
I feel like
Pass
it's
me that cup.
cutting out or something.
So we're just finishing up the technical details.
The cup?
Getting the cups.
And the
getting the booch. I don't know
Yeah,
what
do
my
you
cup
got your
was.
cup?
My cup was
Thank
over
you, John.
I think it's that.
Are you sure? I don't think there was anything in there.
Oh, if there was nothing?
Then it should be
Was that it? Over there?
That one's John's.
Yes, no, that is
Clearly,
Tyler's.
we're not ready.
We got this.
We're good now.
We're pretty much ready here.
Okay.
Everyone's like, what is happening? What's up, friends?
So before we went live, I can't talk. We were talking about a couple things. Sam Hain, it's coming up here at the end of the month, and also how do you have a rebirth of a dead ego?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Everyone talks about ego death, but how do you rebuild or even
Rebirth.
find look into your true ego and not
Josh, I thought
one
you
that
were
was
gonna change
made
up the background.
unacknowledged?
Well, we're having audio issues.
Nobody can hear us?
No, they can hear us. It's just cutting in and out. I think it's this mixer again.
Good. Turn it
Do
on.
you get
now.
cut? You're cutting in and out?
I think
at that.
everybody is.
It's live.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep an eye on it.
It's okay though.
We may want to unplug the mixer and plug it back in.
Here.
Oh,
Change
there
the
it goes again.
background. Technical difficulties. We're going to get the show started here in just a second. Audio is pretty important.
Ooh, that one's good.
All right. Yeah, I think we're gonna unplug the mixer and plug it back in.
That reminds me of like elementary school, those headphones. I don't know what I use that for though.
Oh,
I mean, queuing wise, you know.
yeah, you're just scratching. Cool. Okay.
Man.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
So for each tiny round table, we wanted to change up the background a little bit of the scene. And
Are we live?
Yeah, we are live.
it's like a party here at Floatlight. It's weird.
Unfortunately, having choppy audio.
Is that what people say?
Yeah, it is true. I can hear it because I'm monitoring the stream output.
Okay, then we'll just unplug this and start back up.
So basically, what this is going to do is just going to give you light on your like.
Hello.
Yeah.
Testing two.
No, it's still choppy.
Woo! Changed up the background. I like it.
The background's nice.
Stand, take a picture.
Should we
You don't have
every
the record button's not on. is it?
Right, exactly.
No.
Oh, right. Yeah. Take another picture and have these.
Is it the audio jacks themselves?
Could be.
Could be that. Or it could be something else. We don't really
all be the wireless mic?
Check.
Could it be the wireless mic?
That is the only difference.
Yeah, but it should only affect that channel.
What if I mute it right now?
Yeah, turn it off.
How about now I just unmuted it? How about now I just muted it? How about now I just unmuted it?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Can't tell?
Or mute it.
It's muted.
Well, don't. If it's muted, don't talk into it
Why can't
because it's not gonna do anything.
I? Oh, for sure.
Oh no, it just cut again.
Mm.
It's not that. May as well turn it on.
So now you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
So
you.
it's that mic?
No.
No, it's not. I don't know what it is.
Weird.
What should we do?
What about now?
Hello. Testing.
Testing.
Are we still going in and out? A, B, C,
Well,
D,
we'll have to
E,
wait.
F,
It
G.
doesn't happen all the time.
Oh.
Sorry, live.
Here, we're just gonna let Tyler use this microphone
Okay.
for now.
All right.
No big deal.
I still don't think that was it.
But if it's not, you'll find out.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys just do your thing.
Oh no, it just cut again.
Oh. I mean, it's still plugged in. I don't know if that.
No, I unplugged it, so it's
Okay.
not this. Maybe we should just start the stream and stop it again.
I'd have to look and see what my other one is.
Yeah.
We'll do it over again.
All right, we're gonna do it over.
All right, we're doing it over.
Doing it over.
Although I don't think that that's gonna fix it. We'll be back. Sorry. And now we're live.
Welcome to the Tiny Roundtable,
Yeah.
episode 3.
So far, no cuts in the audio.
Awesome.
It
Thank
must
you.
have been
So-
that.
Yeah.
Friends, you know, sometimes this is the start of a new endeavor for us.
Yeah, very much so.
I like the background.
Yeah, the background is awesome.
Yeah, it totally embraces what we are going to discuss today.
What's going on with the background? I can't see it.
Oh, you can.
It's
Well,
Mandala, Sacred G.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that's what it is.
it's totally cool. So what are we talking about today, Tyler?
Yeah.
Rebirth of ego after ego death.
It's pretty deep.
How does that happen? How does that work? Does it work?
Well, I think we need to get into ego death first and define that.
All right. Wow. How do you do that? How do you get an ego death? How do you even recognize your ego?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Well,
We can talk about that.
so
You
so
need to-
so
We
this
You
just
need
went
to-
down a hole.
this is
Yeah.
this is kind of the point, like, you know, for anybody out there that's listening, like we do kind of represent ourselves in multiple ways. You know, a lot of people will look at this as kind of in a Freudian sense, like we have this like this ego, a super ego, and they call it the id notion, and trying to, like, you know, kind of like separate those layers and break down their fundamental core and just become like true self. Tyler's a floating head. This is why the show is so weird.
I'm a floating light.
So you mean,
You're a floating light.
like, I guess removing that part of yourself who thinks that it is something that has a construct of like what your identity in the world is, rather than what your identity in yourself is. Like,
So,
like an outer identity as opposed to an inner identity,
so id is the identity? The ego?
or is that the ego? Or aren't id and ego different things?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, they are,
That's what I thought.
for sure. So the id is like the most primal self.
So, like the survival,
Reptilian brain?
the water, air, oxygen,
Yeah,
family,
like exactly
structure.
the reptilian brain. The superego is like the
highest self.
no, it's like the unconscious
Yeah.
working self, higher level thought, but like ones that we don't often perceive or consciously are aware of. And the ego is the self, the aware self.
Well, I have simple psychology or simplypsychology.org's definition.
Go for it.
According to Freud's model of the psyche, the id is the primitive and instinctual
I
part of the
got it
mind.
backwards. My bad.
No, you got it right. The
The
primitive.
primitive and instinctual part of the mind that
Oh,
contains
I did say it right.
Yeah.
sexual
Yep, that's
and aggressive
Root
drives
chakra.
Right. So
and hidden memories.
right. So
Which-
in a Freudian
Does that mean the hidden memories? Would that be like,
conscious wish fulfillment?
Let's make an EP called Hidden
You know,
Memories.
seriously. So if you study psychology, the notion that
would that be like ancestral memory?
I would say, yeah.
potentially,
Like DNA. Like
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of.
Genetic memory.
Yeah.
but the theory is that Freud was looking at culture and like the evolution of culture and why certain popular things developed in the way that they did. And there's many plays that came through that caught the attention of the public. It's crazy that he thought this way, but the plays are often are kind of disseminating like a story that relates to an individual who goes down this path and eventually meets their own mother, doesn't realize it, and then has some form of a almost like a sexual desire towards her. So he theorized that as children we develop this like notion, and it's very controversial because people like it's difficult to kind of wrap your head around it, but like we have like a sexual kind of almost like tension that we go through as children, one as a female to the father and as a male to the mother, but the female, it sounds kind of sexist, but it's like so just so you guys know, we have Josh, Russell, and Dave here. They're the ones who are giggling in the background because Josh got
now
his-
trending.
got his
podcast.
crazy 64 megapixel camera that can take a picture of pretty much anything at any distance, and you can just zoom into it infinitely like
It's
a
taking-
Mandelbrot set.
It's taking pictures of you
Ooh.
guys right now.
Let's find the
You guys who are
horizon.
Can we take some pictures of some satellites?
Yeah, you probably could. I wonder if Josh could go outside and take pictures of the stars. I bet you could.
With the right lens, I could.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I'm saying 64 megapixels, dude, you can catch a whole galaxy cluster.
Oh yeah.
Let's see the structures on the moon with that thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's see
Let's
what's
get some
really
live
going
footage.
on.
They have
So the structures on the moon?
Yeah.
at the camera store in Oshkosh, they have a 300 to 600 millimeter lens that would allow me to do that. So.
Dang, that'd be sick, dude.
What's the price on that? 2K?
Yeah, right about that.
Well, that's
How
not
much
bad.
was the camera?
3,600.
The body?
Yeah,
No lens,
no lens.
just the body.
Yeah.
Best Buy?
Camera Casino in Oshkosh.
Oh, they're the ones who got it.
Shouts out Oshkosh.
Yeah, Camera Casino's a good spot for camera gear. Now trending tomorrow.
So
8
what are you
o'clock.
saying? Like basically, we find our parents and our partners.
It's weird. It is kind of like that's what it sounds
Like
like.
crazy.
Partners and our parents.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Parents and our.
Yeah, like
I can definitely.
But
see
I
that.
mean, it was like the way you look at it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it means the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, like, but again, it's one of those things where like it's kind of controversial. Is that really what that means? But you have to think about it. If you're looking back on the primal self, the true primordial self, like how do we evolve? How do we become who we are, and how do we develop these what we would call almost instinctual kind of things? Do these instinctual things really become embedded in the genetic structure? Wouldn't that imply then at some point that either we would have to, as an individual human, or not human but a living thing, we would be taking the path of least resistance, because that is what instinct is. Like, what is instinct? Think about it. You ever really thought about this?
genetic memory that caused
Genetic
survival.
memory, but where does that reside? Is the genetic memory in the neurons in the brain? Are they like formed that way so that we genetically understand which
I think
path?
it's in our very cells, the makeup of them themselves.
Perhaps you're right. So it's almost
close,
like
yeah.
if that's true, like the cells are essentially organizing so that we take a path of least resistance. There's no resistance. We're just
Yeah.
going down that particular route.
Well, whether we're talking about, having an Oedipus complex or not, like the id is
That's what they say. Yeah.
the id is that animal part of ourself that operates instinctually without input from your environment or reasoning or anything like that. So then the superego operates as a moral conscience. So I would say, what is that? Like the part of you that
Civilization?
civilization, religion, culture, the idea of right and wrong. And then according to this definition, the ego is the realistic part that mediates between the desires of the id and the superego. So that's kind of basically your constant inner struggle or your inner dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, like wanting to have a second burrito, and your superego is like, dude, what the hell's the matter with you? You know, and you're like, oh yeah, that's your ego. Like, is the battle between the two?
So the super ego is like the parent. The id is like the child. What's the other one? The ego?
The ego is the intermediary, which is probably what you're conscious.
Oh, so like the devil is the id, the angel is the super
I
ego,
guess you could think of. I don't know.
and then your ego is yourself in the middle.
Yeah, I
So
suppose that's
which
probably
one?
a good way to think of it. The devil and the angel, because like the devil is your animal
Yeah.
instincts.
Why?
Beast.
Your animal nature.
Why is Tyler a floating head in space?
He's a float light.
So,
I'm a float light.
so yeah. Why? First of all, why would we want to experience ego death? Is it so that we can
To break the mundanity of life and find release in the cycle of it.
To realize the things that you've been doing,
Yeah. Taking a
maybe
mirror.
good or bad, that just reevaluating or just checking or something.
Yeah.
Going deep and getting rid of the
like
cobwebs.
the ego, like perhaps the ego is
Reflection.
throwing some is sort of short-sighted.
Right.
Like, it may think it had been doing good in this battle between it and superego,
Right.
and sometimes it just needs to be reset. Just gotta hit the reset button. Reset your definitions.
How do you hit the reset button?
I think there's several routes to doing that. The easiest are through psychedelics like LSD and mushrooms.
The cheapest is
DMT.
exercise.
True.
Running, pushing yourself.
Yeah.
Cold water,
Free
breathing
drugs.
techniques,
Meditation.
Shout out free drugs,
Free drugs?
free chemicals.
healthy
in your
lifestyle.
body.
Even just changing your
right on.
diet,
Yeah.
eating live food.
Well, that's why I'm doing a sober hour.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Push it.
Push it.
Push soberness.
Is that
Yeah.
train?
Yeah.
You know, when you become reliant on chemicals, a month of sobriety is almost like doing a drug.
Yeah,
Really.
Yeah.
that's what.
I mean, you're altering your chemistry quite a bit.
It's
That's
like
what
taking
Joey
a
Diaz
salad.
said. Like when he was in, when he went to rehab, he said, like, when you are sober, then that's when you're truly tripping or something. Because life is like trippy. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Because now you're conscious of everything. You're not like sleeping. Or
Right. A good balance of everything is wise. You know, not too much of one thing. Taking breaks.
Are we still using it?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I see it. So, what are some ways the audience likes to rebuild their ego back when the identity has been dismantled? Some things I like doing is like every Sunday morning I do yoga and then steam room, and that gives me a good week. And I'm more in touch with who I am instead of cycling into a character and identity that I'm not really, but life just puts you in that role. That's what it's all about, just living consciously or unconsciously, like being conscious of what you're putting out and what you're attracting through your actions.
Wise way to live. I feel like I'm lost in the sauce right now.
I don't know.
Oh, let me take one without the flash.
Jaded.
Jaded?
Yeah.
How so?
Flashed?
Find a new flame
Yeah,
to stoke your passion.
for sure. I have no idea. That's why I need a rebirth, ego rebirth. I think that's why the whole question arose. You know, like 'cause I'm just floating right now. I'm a floating.
I was trying to bring those in even more too.
I'm just trying to figure out her audio issues still.
You got the live stream over there. Is anybody putting any input into how they reconnect? No.
Wait,
Yeah.
we got one.
Jose Martinez, death to oneself gives rise to your inner phoenix. Fly high on your natural life by not being a slave to any substance, people, and destructive lifestyle. Yeah.
True.
So,
Break all connection to rebuild.
yeah, he's just saying, like, by being free, don't be a slave to anybody or anything. Which means cutting attachments. Attachments to people, to things. Being able to just be okay with anything.
They say choosing discipline is choosing freedom. So, like, when you're disciplined to clean your room, or disciplined to eat a certain way, or disciplined to be consistent in a certain integral part of life that is making you happier day by day, that's when you're gonna get like happiness and freedom. Because like when you choose not discipline, the hedonistic lifestyle, like that ends up being like a prison in itself. You become a prison to these things that you rely on to feel whole. That's not sustainable, you know.
Agreed.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some ways that we can do that? If only we had waves, surfing would definitely be it.
If we had what?
Waves.
Waves?
Like if we had a sea, so we could surf.
I mean, we could go to
Oh.
Michigan or here. That's the closest we got.
Well, you don't
A jet ski and wakeboard.
need to do any specific thing to break free from a hedonistic lifestyle.
Yeah, but like just some things that would give your life some like more oomph to get that ego built in a positive manner. Like building a skill's another one, or
Yeah.
We're just practicing.
finding a field of study that you continuously like work at, you know, like carpentry, because then you inherit the lineage of all the carpenters before, and like learn. We have the internet. We could like learn from like people all around the world. It's crazy. Yeah, man, the internet is the time machine.
Yeah. It's the
Books used to be.
Yeah.
books are so antiquated now. But anyway,
Have you read Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace, or have you heard about it?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah, Infinite Jest.
That should be our first book club book.
That's some like aesthetics like shit, isn't it?
But like, I love it just because it's genre bending. Like this, it's beautiful because it's a first of its kind type of deal. You know, you're like, dude, this is a new format. This is a new art. Like, you know Childish Gambino, right? Dude, when he released Because of the Internet, like you go to search because of the internet on a web browser, and dude, it was basically like a Tumblr page that like had the screenplay of the album, but like he made a short movie that was on the website.
Yep.
And like I was reading the screenplay and I was like watching these they're like videos like in between it to like paint the picture in your mind. And I was like, dude, that was another thing that was like a forefront of innovation, and I was like, dude, this is a new thing. Like I like things like that.
Yep.
Like even like Jesus. You know, that whole album.
Well, I was thinking of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's crazy that you were thinking about that. Or every album for him, because it's like a new tone,
Right.
a new wave. Yeah, just want to say something else.
Oh no, we're good.
Oh,
But now,
It sounded like the audio cut out for a second.
I mean, now Kanye is the CIA through brainwaves.
Oh, is he?
I don't know.
he always was.
I heard he's retiring from secular music, and he's gonna do gospel now.
Popular music or like rap music? Or like
Well, I don't know what
music
kind of
that's not
music
worship.
he's gonna be doing. Yeah, secular.
chance of rapper type of stuff? Or
I don't know. Dude. You know, secular, like not religious.
Worldly.
okay, I've heard of it, but I've just never.
Secular means not religious.
Okay,
So he's gonna be doing gospel.
nice.
I don't know if it's gonna be like hip hop or
I bet you
Just like
it'll
regular-
be like hip hop tones, like Chance the Rapper. If you ever heard of him, like
I've heard of him, but I've never
He
listened.
does similar stuff where he has like, or it's like gospel music that like could be in a church, but yeah,
Well, that's what he wants to do.
good.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, good for him.
He should do what he wants. He's got enough. He should have enough money for anything he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It seemed like he changed.
Well, he's been
Kanye?
having.
Yeah.
Well, we all changed.
He's been going from definitely some kind of transformations.
Some crazy things, like even just being married to,
Yeah. Who's too?
Right.
The mother of his children.
and then like being a Trump supporter and like, yeah, and just being like with the government or like them. I don't know. I've seen images of Kanye and it doesn't even seem like him. It seems like it's like a replacement.
He's like a pod Kanye.
A what?
A pod Kanye.
Yeah,
Pod
like a
person.
robot Kanye or something like that. I don't know, but it's
I don't know, man.
just
I think he just reached a point where he knew
too much.
he was somebody. No, he just realized that.
It's not what it's cracked up to be.
Yeah,
Fame.
he's trying to figure out who he really is now.
Well, he's always been doing that, like with like Donda. Have you ever heard of Donda?
Yeah.
Dude, he's so inspiring. Like people laugh at him for, I am Steve Jobs. I am Walt Disney. Like he's showing you how you're supposed to live an inspired life. Like
And like I can relate to that, but I don't know.
yeah, I also can't fall
Alright.
into the trap of just because I'm a fan. I agree.
Right.
It's definitely that USB cable.
Oh, you fixed it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, further we had like no audio at all.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's been a very troubled episode, but we're finally.
Yeah, we're finally all good.
Yeah, we finally. Oh, damn it!
Oh, it's okay.
I just heard some crackle.
USB. What's a USB switch?
There's a USB cable
Is it like
from the mic or from the mixer to the
Is it like
computer.
the square USB?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I got one or two of those at home I can bring.
I don't know if it's the cable or if it's the mix itself.
I got a mixer too that you can
Yeah?
bring.
No, I'm gonna have to talk to John about possibly replacing that mixer.
What kind of mixer is that? Behringer?
No, it's Yamaha.
Oh, okay.
Pew, on a
I got a
Yamaha.
Behringer. It's not the greatest, but
Yeah, I have
Does
a
the
little.
job.
I have a little 2-channel Behringer at home for the Think Like podcast.
did you start that?
Yeah,
Who's your first guest?
this guy named Joe Root.
Joe.
hmm
Hell yeah.
It's a very interesting story. I'm not really.
Is your roommate?
Yeah, it's my roommate's dad,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not very impressed with the sound quality of the recording. So I don't know. I'm like hesitant to release it, but I know I should. I was kind of waiting to do an episode with John and I was going to release them together. But at this point, it's taking so long to get coordinated with John that I think I'm just going to have to release it and just let the content speak for itself. Never mind the quality of the audio.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, if you wait for perfection, it will never be released. You know.
Yeah,
You
I
just
know.
gotta release.
There were some things that were wrong with it that I was like, wow, I could have easily avoided this.
Well, I mean, even with Float Light Live, like the way it's transformed from
Yeah.
like its first episodes to like what it is now, it's like so different, and it's like you needed to have all that those first episodes, like even though they weren't necessarily bad. Like,
Yeah.
it's just practice, like to get to where you are, like if it's anything.
And it adds to your catalog too.
Yeah.
What?
It adds to your catalog,
yeah.
to your growth.
Yeah, I need to stop worrying about that. I need to remember that like content speaks for itself.
Yeah, man, it's all about the content.
Yeah, it is.
And then you could also just release the previous content with like remastered versions.
Oh, there's no remastering this audio.
Oh, okay.
I worked with it to the extent I could.
Yeah, then there you go. Just let it go, man.
All right.
Throw a preamp on there, equalizer, whatever.
I've done all the.
Limiter.
It's not. There's a lot with it that's not fixable, and it's mainly because it was over compressed, so I'm losing a lot of like softer spots,
Oh yeah.
and especially with the way that I talk, like my voice is really clippy on it,
Oh yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Can we put a web browser as the green screen and search some words?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, cuz like I want to search the definition of inspire. So just put define inspire or def inspire. Wait, how come it said definition of jest? Dude, it's real time.
Oh, I was searching.
Oh,
for
you
infinite
searched
jest.
infinite jest.
Yeah.
Yeah, put a clip of that on there.
Well, it was just on there.
Let's do a. That's the book club
All
book
right.
of the
You ready,
until
Daniel?
New Year.
Fill.
Wait, go back to where it was.
No, hold on.
I'm trying to think of this other.
Fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something special, especially to do something creative. Create a feeling, especially a positive one, in a person. Animate someone with such a feeling. Give rise to. Or, definition 2, breathe in air. Inhale.
Does it say the Latin etymology?
Yes. Into, and then I don't know how you spirare, spirar,
But that's not
inspirar.
Latin though. Yeah.
In the old French, it was inspirer. Middle English, inspire. Modern.
Does it say that the
inspire.
definitions in those words? Oh, I didn't have to read all that. But look at the original. Yeah. So the original meaning was breathe, inhale. So let's start from the top. Like if you had a business card that said your name and then like your motto of life, mine would be aspire to inspire, or inspire because you are inspired or have been inspired, you know? Like I think it is a duty to keep the race inspired so that we're never like, what's it all for? Because like look at in the early 1900s, everyone was inspired. We had planes made out of that. We had cars made out of that. You know, inspiration is key. Gratitude is key. So aspire to inspire would be my like word for my life.
I like that.
What are yours? What are yours?
My words.
Yeah. Even though I've had the luxury of mulling over this for months, I'm putting you guys on the spot.
Oh, I'm all about giving and receiving. That's all I really want anymore. I want people to feel my love, and I want to feel it back. And you know, that takes many forms, but a lot of times it's just spending time with people.
Yeah.
Just like being near somebody and knowing that they wouldn't want to be anywhere else at that moment, and making sure that they know that you feel the same way. I look for that all the time.
I just want to be part helpful.
Hmm.
Part helpful.
That's a good one.
And I only say, well, I don't only say that, but if you go into Google Translate, you can put in my name, or like kind of my name, into a German translator to English, and it will go to like helpful parts. It'll say helpful
Whoa.
parts.
That should be your LLC.
Helpful
Helpful parts.
Yeah.
I got them helpful parts.
I mean, it kind of
Should we-
is. I have it's Helfreich Studio, and Helfreich in German means helpful, and my last name is like really close to that, but it's different in the American spelling.
Yeah, that's awesome though.
You should work at Ace Hardware, man. You could be the helpful parts in the helpful place.
Yeah. The only one?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know though. I guess I don't know what the benefits are. I only work at places for the benefits.
You
Oh,
worked at
Ace.
Woodman's yet?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't count on any benefits at Ace. I'm sure it's like $9.25 an hour, and
Yeah, I wouldn't work anywhere for less.
Forget
than
about
13.
yeah, forget about
That's like the low.
Yeah.
insurance.
I just can't.
Yeah, so since we're coming to an end of 1 year, what are some of your plans for the year to come? 2020.
2020.
Woo! A
I'm
new
deleting-
decade.
I'm deleting all social media before 2020.
Like my profile?
I'm deleting my profiles
Oh, okay.
on social media.
I meant all.
Instagram, Facebook. If I was a hacker, I could. I would.
You said my profile?
I
You
wish
deleting
I
my
was- I wish I
profile,
was
bro?
a hacker. And somebody
Don't delete my profile, bro. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna stay on this same journey I've been on. Hopefully
Yeah.
get somewhere.
Well, look how far you've been in less than a year.
Yeah, I have a lot more to do now,
Yeah.
so that's good.
Are you gonna quit your job?
I don't know, dude. Probably not. There's just not a lot of money in doing this kind of stuff. So
Yep.
yeah, and I need some of that money.
Yep.
We should make a movie and you can enter it in Sundance.
Okay. If you got an idea,
And Tribeca. And Project Green, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
okay.
If you guys want to make a movie, I'll be an actor or whatever.
Let's make a movie about gambling.
About
and
gambling.
and basement poker.
All right.
A thriller.
Are you gonna? Who's gonna write the script?
I'm literally just coming up with it right now.
It's not a bad idea. Did you say a basement thriller?
No. Poker.
A poker thriller?
Basement poker matches. Oh, that's Molly's game. Never mind. I'm thinking of Molly's game. It's already a movie.
Oh. Well, we could do the reboot.
Yeah, we could make a different.
A remake, but with.
I mean.
Are you familiar with Lars von Trier?
Yo, can I get one of them?
Yeah, man. This is yours.
We could do a remake with cockfighting.
Look up.
Dude, my
has-
brother has a lot of chickens, bro.
No, that's messed up. That's
No, but like, it's not about cockfighting. It's about how cockfighting is more ethical than the way that we.
UFC.
No. It's more ethical than
Thanks.
raising chickens and slaughter them because in order to cockfight a chicken, you need to have the chicken alive for like 2 to 3 years, and the chicken that we eat at Chick-fil-A is alive for like 6 weeks or something like
Really?
that. Or I don't know how long. It's like a really insignificant amount. of
6
time.
weeks, huh?
It's really low.
I don't think it's 6
How do you
weeks.
think
bro.
How do you think they get chicken nuggets?
I don't know.
They grind up everything,
Yeah.
Little boy chickens.
feathers and all.
Is that right? The feathers too?
They would.
All of it bone.
I don't know.
I've gotten
man.
a bone in a chicken nugget before.
Well, what are you eating them for, bro?
They're
That-
so
this is
good.
When I was like 7,
Oh, okay.
and I was like not trying to eat them anymore.
Yeah,
but
man. I
still
don't.
have
They had different texture back then. They were more springy.
chunky
Yeah, chunky.
cartilage.
Yeah,
Daniel, did you say what you're gonna do in 2020, bro?
money moves, bro.
Getting that money?
What kind of
Making that
money you
paper?
getting?
Real estate cash.
What are you gonna do?
Level up.
What are you thinking?
Do you have an actual plan, or are you just leveling up?
Oh wow, I don't have a plan. I'm probably gonna do like stuff little by little. So I'm gonna get some seeds and get my seed bank level up, but I'm also like I segment things like things that are helpful if everything goes down, like money is not valuable anymore. And then there's things like living in the system. What would be good? Like instead of deleting the social media, double down on them and like use them as the tool that they can be used for, not as the way they've been front by people, or like get an eye on like some markets, or like I always wanted to like have like a collection of like just clothing, like Bape and Supreme, but Supreme's so played out, but like real nice denim and stuff.
You want to contribute to the poisoning? Are we planning with that, or that's why I've not pursued that path?
It'd be cool to make my own though.
How are you making your own? Are you gonna are you gonna get a loom and do this, or are you gonna just buy like this type of fabric? Because that's where I'm at. Like,
Make some cashmere clothes.
how to do that? Get some silk spiders.
Maybe some.
Silk spiders, that'd be awesome, man. You think you could gather up like? Ever been down like in your basement and it's just full of cobwebs? Like, do you think you could harvest enough spider webs to make some clothes? Like a basement?
Probably not.
If you distill it into some kind of.
I don't think so.
Do you have to have a specific kind of spider to do that?
A silk spider, I think.
Oh, really? I thought like all spider web was just spider silk.
I don't know.
It's like some Skyrim stuff.
You could probably weave some cloth.
Necromancy.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could probably make some.
I just read something online, an article that they're just starting to discover that spiders can fly.
What?
I've done that, dude.
But they're not like flying with wings. They're flying.
Yeah,
they're
they
putting their web up, and then it's not just with the wind; it's with electricity.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, they're using the electricity in the air.
Oh my
to,
gosh,
like, transport them like.
Dude, I was
it's
sitting.
Not just the wind.
I was sitting by Lake Winnebago on a bench, and I saw a spider go down, and I saw it at the corner of my eye like this. And I'm like, dude, there's nothing above me. How can a spider be doing this?
Yeah, that's what they do,
That's
man.
what it was.
He's fucking paratrooping in.
Yep.
Sorry. He was paratrooping in.
Yep.
Electricity, dude.
A spider ruined the brakes. A spider blew up my brake line on my truck.
How does it do that?
Well, by hanging off the tip of my cap in front of my face and scaring the bejesus out of me. And then, like, I suddenly realized that there was a car stopped in front of me, so I had to slam my brakes. And then, like, 2 days later, I had this massive leak in my brake line. And yeah, like, I had to get that fixed.
Oh dang.
So I'm pretty sure it was slamming on my brakes that did that.
Dude, spiders are magical, man.
I used to really hate them. I mean, really hate them.
I love them
But,
because they take care of the other bugs in the house.
Yeah, that's a huge plus. I found one in my basement that was living in my bathroom. And it was like, I don't know, this was like maybe in July or August. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop hating this thing. And I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to accept it. And it's going to be my little friend in the bathroom. Every time I'm on the toilet, I'm going to be looking at that spider. And I'm going to be, like we're going to have a mutual respect. And that's what happened. Now I'm not really afraid of them anymore. Although I really wouldn't want one to touch me still.
Yeah, the only beef I have with spiders is I know every spider and I don't know if it's gonna like bite me.
Yeah.
And I don't know like.
Well, you don't know that about people either.
Yeah.
Well, it's true, but
I mean, everybody's got their own time.
right. But I'm less scared of people without weapons, or like I guess everyone has a weapon, like their own body, but
I mean,
spiders can do.
Technically, I don't know, bro. Like you probably should be more afraid of people than spiders.
Yeah.
People are a lot more unstable, I think. And even if a spider was unstable, it probably couldn't hurt you.
What if it's poisonous?
There aren't too many like
There are.
that around here.
There are.
There's like 2 poisonous spiders in Wisconsin, I think. And there's not that many of them either.
I think something that would be worse to worry about would be a poisonous food. That'd be more likely to harm you.
Well,
than a
you'd have
spider.
to make the conscious decision to eat it, though.
Yeah, but we're unconsciously stuffing our faces all the time, like with sodas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if there's an ingredient in like you get from Costco that we don't know is.
You know, I
poisonous.
generally don't eat that kind of stuff, but that's part of doing sober October. Is it's like, you know, like I'm eating from caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, and marijuana mainly. I mean, those are the things I would be doing. But it sort of makes me like, it gives me pause to think about everything that I put in my body. So it
Even
has
your
an
cell phone,
it
use
has
your
an
cell
effect
phone.
on food.
True.
You know, I think more about food now. Even though I have no restrictions, that I haven't placed any restrictions on myself, other than things which contain caffeine.
I think if you were to do that, you should do with the juicing.
Well, I am doing.
Oh, you are?
Well, I am doing sober October, but no, I'm not doing juicing. I don't have a juicer.
Or just cut them, and then you chew them.
Oh, you mean
and
just
then
like
you
eat
spit
fruit?
them in the cup.
Why can't you just eat the pulp?
Yeah, this is what I've never understood.
Because you just imagine getting the nutrients with just juice, and not having to
The fiber's not so good.
It's giving your stomach rest time to not have to digest continually.
Yeah. Fasting is awesome though.
Yeah.
I recommend fasting.
And that's just a level up of juicing, so that's even better than juicing.
I did some fasting last year about this time.
Why was that?
I got really depressed.
Oh.
Which is funny because I'm having depression again this year. I'm feeling better right now, but
It hits me February.
is it?
I'm good until
Yeah.
February.
Every time I get depressed, I fast because I lose my appetite.
Huh.
I can see that.
Do you feel better from it?
Physically, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's good to fast no matter what reason you did it.
Mhm. Yeah, I want to do the thing where like you fast on the day you were born. I want to fast on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Your dad eats the whole fruit, he says.
I gotta fast on Wednesdays, I think, but I'll be right back. I just gotta take a leak. It's time. Alright, stop ignoring us.
Call.
Did you work today, Daniel?
Nope.
No? What'd you do?
Skateboarded.
Really?
Mhm. Longboarded.
Badass.
Yeah, man.
Do you enter a flow state when you longboard?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And recently I've been switching feet. Like this is the first time I've ever done it. This is the second day, and like, dude, I could skate on my other foot now, and it feels so amazing. Because like, you know when you're doing something and then you do something with the other hand, like brushing your teeth, and you feel those neurons firing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So that's why I'm like skateboarding on my other foot now, and that feels good too.
They call that goofy foot when you
Yeah.
put your non-dominant foot forward.
Mhm.
Yeah. Which way were you?
Regular.
Regular?
Schmegula.
Regular schmegula?
Yeah. Do you Mongo?
Hey, Dan.
Sick sweater, man.
Go up to the front and go get your picture taken.
Okay.
Oh, we're doing
Where's
photos.
Tyler?
I don't know. It's about to become the Josh show.
Oh gosh.
Tyler just dipped out.
No, he's on break.
Do you want to join us, John?
Yeah, just tell Josh. Just be like, me to come to the front. Don't worry.
They've left me all alone, and I don't know what to say.
I need a photo of you, bro.
I could never manage a solo podcast, so I desperately need you to sit down here.
Oh, I'm cool, man.
What's going on, guys?
This has been a very chill episode. Like, we're not talking too much.
Why not?
I don't know.
It gives
We're
him.
not inspired. That's why we gotta do research. That's what I'm telling you, man. We gotta do we gotta research a topic, everybody independently,
Yeah,
and then
that's a good point.
we all discuss it.
We were actually. It's the same thing for now trending too. Like we got to the point where we were like, what are we gonna talk about? I don't know. Like I was really deep in the conversation earlier. What we were talking about? I feel like I forgot.
Oh, we were talking about hidden ego and the superego.
Oh yeah. Where'd that go?
I don't know, not really anywhere.
Yeah, I'm still confused.
Tyler's off in left field.
I wish you guys could see Tyler right now.
How do you? I can't make
Tyler, do you want to just get in front of the camera for a second? Because you look amazing. Although it's not going to pick up what is making you guys, which is weird.
Well, it won't because he's wearing a green
Yeah.
screen. Yeah, you can just keep moving
He's
in.
wearing
bro.
an invisibility cloak.
I don't know how to make it work. I want to make it
All
work.
right.
He's wearing headphones. I heard Taylor move in even more.
Thank you. That was very insightful.
How do I make it make noise?
Well, here.
Tyler is attempting to use the turntables. And once again, I've been abandoned to be the only one live right now, which is very, you know, I don't even know what it is.
Why don't you tell us about your weekend experience?
My weekend experience. Could you ask me anything else, please?
You don't want to talk about your weekend experience?
I really don't.
Was it Oktoberfest?
No.
Did you go to Oktoberfest?
No, I did not go to Oktoberfest. I had a lovely, my roommate and I had a lovely housewarming party on Sunday.
You had a what?
Housewarming party?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And his mom came over and made these badass Bloody Marys.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which I won't be able to enjoy for the rest of the month, but
Got it out, right?
yeah. I drank a lot of vodka over the weekend.
Ooh.
Like a lot of it. And Monday night too.
And what?
And Monday night.
You're live.
Yeah, I know I'm live. Trying desperately to fill the air here. And Tyler asked me how my weekend went, and I really didn't want to discuss that.
Oh. Yeah.
So,
We're live.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what do
What's a test stream? This background is insane.
yeah, the background's nice.
We're just testing out words, thoughts,
And you're like super loud.
patterns, decisions.
There you go. We'll change up mic positioning, and it throws the balance off.
Doth the little crocodile improve his shining tail,
All right, keep going.
and through the waters of the Nile
Don't
may
think-
he seek his deepest denial.
It's really hard to balance you when you pause awkwardly.
Ought we not think, therefore we are. We were. We have become. For this is not reality. It is a subjugation of a dystopian worldview that has been manifested through a simulation far beyond any quantum comprehension. For we are nothing but a bit and a byte.
Are we both?
Bit, byte,
Are we
gig, meg.
and we're just some unit measure of information?
Units, measure,
Yeah, units and measure.
information.
Yeah. We're definitely doing research before our next show. At least I am. John, have you ever cleaned all the spider webs out of your basement?
Which one?
Either one, this one or the one at home.
We have cleaned all the spider webs out from downstairs
Mhm.
here at Floatlight.
Did they come back?
Yes.
Like how long did it take for them to be like just as bad as they were when you cleaned them?
They will rebuild.
They'll rebuild, and I think they'll do it fairly quickly.
Yes.
So I think it is possible that you could make clothing out of the spider silk in your basement. I think there's enough down there.
You mean this one?
Any basement. Anyone that's got spider webs in it.
What kind of cellar you got? What do you got in there?
Spider webs.
What kind of spider webs you got in your cellar? Dude?
Dude, you're not even... That is creepy as hell.
What kind of spider webs you
This
got
is
in
the
your
Halloween edition.
Dude, we got like I got some freaking... What are those monsters from Harry Potter that worked at the prison?
Dementor.
Yeah, you're like a Dementor.
The Dementor Descentor.
Yeah. And there's actually like at least one person watching right now, which is blowing me away. But anyway,
Who would actually be watching?
I don't know.
I mean, did we kind of amass ourselves into chaos?
Yeah, this has been a pretty
Chaotic thing?
It's
slow.
dissolved.
It's been pretty weak.
I wasn't here. No, what happened was...
Well, we had audio issues,
We're just really sorry.
and everyone seems tired. I mean, I'm doing sober October, so that's my excuse.
Oh, yeah.
We just need a little inspiration, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, what was the thing we wrote? It was like, look at the definition of inspiration.
Yeah, we did that.
We looked it up when you were gone.
Daniel was talking about getting a collection of Supreme clothes.
No, he wanted to make his own collection.
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Supreme.
And that's what I was saying was like, you could probably make your own clothes out of your bait with the spider webs. They didn't believe me, but if you clean up the spider webs, they'll make more.
I think it would be awesome.
Yeah.
We should do it.
Somebody should do it.
Will you do it?
No, I don't know how to weave. You ever see Futurama? You ever watch that show?
Oh, yeah.
You remember when they conquered the spider planet and they like one of the spoils of the war was like this huge spider silk tapestry?
No, I don't remember.
No.
But I like the Willy Wonka episode. You ever seen that one?
Yeah, the slurm.
Yeah,
The Slurm Factory?
that was.
Slurms
I
McKenzie?
like
Yeah.
Slurms.
Yeah.
Oh man, he was a celebrity.
Okay, so the guy who made Simpsons Futurama,
Really?
Yeah.
is that true?
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt.
Graining.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
And then and then he made Disenchanted, the new.
I don't know. I've never
It's a
heard of it.
Netflix series,
Right.
I believe.
I've only watched like one episode of it. I don't have like the same kind of motivation I did when I watched Futurama.
You had a motivation to just finish it all.
Well, I don't know if I've even watched every Futurama episode.
Oh.
I just watched it on TV. And there's so many.
Change the background to the browser, bro.
I will. I was just bringing up the results because I don't want anything weird coming up. Yeah. Okay. Well, apparently.
Now pull it up.
Oh, it's still loading. Disenchantment is a satirical fantasy sitcom created by Matt Groening. Interesting. Well, I might have to check this out.
Can you actually see that in the background?
Yeah, yeah. The series is Groening's only production to appear exclusively on Netflix.
Nice.
Have you seen any of it?
I've seen like one or two episodes.
All right.
It's like really similar to Futurama.
That's what I was wondering.
Wow.
If it's similar to Futurama, I'm definitely.
Why is Tyler? We can see through Tyler.
I am definitely gonna check it out.
This is your new look, isn't it?
Cause I loved Futurama.
Tyler had a plan. He was coming here with this green cloak today.
Yeah, I'm all about the cloak life. I want to.
Cloak Life.
If anyone out there who wears a turban, I want to ask if it's okay for someone who's not Muslim or Middle Eastern to wear a turban.
What do you think the answer to that question is?
I think it is okay.
Yeah.
Because it's a hat.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
But there are people who I've brought that up to who are like, you know, who think I'd ask somebody who wears a turban. Because I'm not trying to offend anybody, but at
I
the
don't
same
think
time,
that makes sense, man.
Yeah, man.
It's a piece of clothing.
Yeah.
Are you not allowed to wear a piece of clothing?
But are white women or like any other kind of woman who's not Muslim allowed to wear a burqa?
Hmm.
Who and you
So-
wearing it as a fashion instead of a religious thing, and I think that's fine, but there are people who are dissenters of
Oh,
of that.
yeah. Well, I guess is it okay to wear a religious piece of
Well, I'm
clothing?
not wearing it religiously. I'm wearing it.
Yeah, I know, but
because-
Well,
like,
that would be like me wearing the saffron gold. The saffron gold monk monastery, like
oh yeah.
Shaolin monk.
Yeah. So
But, you
like,
know,
what do you
they're
think of that?
ninjas,
I don't
so-
know. That's a legit question.
I actually have a saffron gold Shaolin monk robe.
I don't think that you need to ask permission from anybody for that shit. And sorry for swearing. You don't have to ask permission, but you might actually offend some people.
Right.
And it's just up to you whether or not you want to offend those people. You know,
I'm fine with like.
because it's okay to be offended. That's what people forget.
Is it okay to be offended or offender?
Both.
To be the offender?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
man.
mean, somebody might
I
not
think
like
people
you.
don't like the word.
I don't think I'm trying to be an offender.
Like if somebody doesn't like you,
People don't agree with that. That doesn't make sense.
you don't. There's no requirement to be liked.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just up to you whether or not you want to be liked by a certain. Well, and you can't even be sure who you're going to offend.
Right.
I mean, I guess.
But I just want to wear, because when I go to the Y and I'm in the sauna, I put a towel on my head.
Yeah.
I look like this.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that doesn't offend me.
Some people are offended. Some people ask me if I'm one of them Muslims.
Really?
I've been in the Appleton Y downtown.
Are you one of them Muslims?
And I've been asked if I was one of them Muslims, and I've also been asked at a different time
At the Appleton Y?
if I have any bombs.
Oh my
Or,
God.
do you have any bombs? But
Well-
I let both of these older white men know what is up.
They probably, like,
They watch too much news.
no, they just wanted to, give you a hard time because they don't, like,
They don't understand.
they don't understand. Yeah. They're just like, I just want to make this guy feel bad.
That one of them was using that as an excuse, but then I was
Like-
saying stuff to him, and then he was getting all like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it."
Yeah. But you don't think that he legitimately believed you had bombs, right?
Well, no.
He thought it was a possibility. I mean, anybody could
I
have a
don't
bomb.
know, I don't know anymore these days.
No, he just wanted to express his the fact that that you looked kind of like a Muslim bothered him.
Oh yeah.
He just didn't want. He just wanted to let you know that in sort of a passive aggressive way,
Yeah.
which is fine. I mean, honestly, like that's not. That kind of shows how closed-minded he is, but
That's Appleton. That's Wisconsin. That's
yeah. I mean, people can't help that, honestly.
they can
How?
stop being so ignorant and.
Yeah, but really, can you really choose to be less ignorant than you are?
It's.
I mean, you have
it's a
to have
choice.
experiences to
Right.
awaken your.
Right, and there's a lot of things going against awakening. So I can't blame him for not being awake or ignorant.
Right.
At the same time, if you don't blame or shame, then no one's gonna change. But that's not the right answer.
I don't know if that's fine. Like honestly, I think a lot of this. I think it shuts people down when you shame them. It's just gonna drive somebody harder into their position if they feel you're opposing them, or if they feel that you're putting them down.
What if you feel like you're making valid points?
Well, even if you are, you can be 100% correct, but if you piss them off, they're just gonna harden into their position even more.
And that's what a lot of
Like being right's not
Fluoride.
even all that important.
right. And a lot of our society is not, helping the situation by the chemicals in the food and the chemicals in the water.
Mhm.
That's just so readily available to them.
Yeah.
Mostly poor people.
Well, so when somebody in the Y asks you if you have a bomb, maybe you just needed to give that guy the benefit of the doubt that he had chemicals in his food.
It's true.
You know.
I just asked him, don't you think that we have more bombs than they do?
Well,
We
yeah.
being the United States.
Yeah. Well, where do you think they get their bombs?
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, and I went on a spiel of that, and he didn't like that. And I'm an old white.
Well,
man.
yeah, because you tried to like have I guess like a informed argument with him, and he didn't want to do that.
Yep.
He just wanted to make a remark and be done with it.
Yep. I called him an old white
But-
man, and then he asked me where I was from, and I'm from here, just like you. But I look like I'm Muslim, I guess.
It's just the beard.
Damn it. Just kidding. I want to be tan. I want to be more tan or pink than white.
Well, tanning.
No.
Come with me to Tan RU. It's a place I go off of Wisconsin. Yeah, I do it for my psoriasis.
What does that do? Or what is psoriasis?
That is a complicated.
It's not tripped over that.
That is a his psoriasis is an autoimmune disorder that causes your body to overproduce immune cells that attack your skin, and your skin basically has too fast of a life cycle, so it builds up a lot of excess dead skin cells on top, and that leads to like red spots and flaking, and then
To scrub. Does that help?
well, yeah, I mean I can scrub away some of the excess skin, but it's still like red and inflamed in various spots around my body, which you're probably not going to be able to see that at all, but it's there. Well, you can probably see it.
How was your float,
So,
Josh?
oh, my float was awesome. But anyway, why were we talking? Oh, tanning, because vitamin D slows the process down.
Just looking at the floating face.
So
Yeah, that's Tyler.
I tan for vitamin D.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You take vitamin D supplements?
No, you have because they hardly absorb it all. For vitamin D to actually slow that process down, it has to be
I would
through
like to see Josh.
produced in your skin.
I fire point, like those on fire.
So
I don't know anything about that.
well, that's why I do.
Wow. I tan
What does it
once.
change to?
Just once.
Oh, I mean, a couple times.
Yeah. You know what? I really enjoy tanning. It's not bad.
I just don't like laying.
I do the
the smell.
You don't like the smell?
No, it's like that tanning. It's a tanning bed lotion.
Well, I actually use a non-scented lotion when I tan. I just use a regular non-scented lotion. I don't use their special ones. I'm not trying to get a color.
Yeah.
But I find it very relaxing. And I use the thing about tanning for psoriasis treatment is you actually use the lowest level of bed, because that is the one that has the highest concentration of UVB lighting. There's UVB and UVA. UVA doesn't do anything for you as far as that's concerned. You need UVB. That's what you'll find in the lower level beds, like the level 1 beds. So you can spend a lot more time in them too.
Interesting.
Mhm.
How long do you spend in there?
When I first get started, like if I haven't gone in forever, I'll do like 7 minutes, and then I'll increase it by a minute. I go subsequently up to like 20 minutes,
Damn.
and that's as long as you can go in there. But yeah, but again, this is level 1, so it does burn you.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I knew of like girls who went and they were just like orange.
Yeah, you don't get that from level 1 beds.
So gross. And it's like their skin now is just,
Or are you sure they're not doing like the spray tanning?
they're probably doing everything.
Yeah, I know that orange skin is not attractive at all. Anyone who thinks it is, well, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anybody, but to me personally, orange skin is not attractive. Brown skin is attractive. Pale white skin is attractive. Black skin is attractive.
I use like an art form for me.
Any natural color, orange is not a natural color.
Yeah, it is.
For who? For what skin? I mean, I don't know of anybody with orange skin that's natural.
Well,
Like carrot orange.
there are people out there.
You think so?
They gotta have some kind of disorder.
Where do you think? Oh,
Malfunction, like a pigment malfunction.
I don't know, man. I've never heard of it.
Doesn't mean it's not possible.
All right. Well, if that person exists, find them attractive.
I mean, this is a little different. Have you ever heard of a white buffalo?
Sounds familiar. I don't know what it means.
It's just a albino buffalo
Oh,
that turns throughout its lifetime. It turns yellow, and then it turns red, and then it turns like black, brown, and it dies.
why don't they call it like the multicolored
Born white.
born white?
Yeah.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah. The only reason I say it is just because I saw it in a book today.
So, how does it change?
I don't know.
Like,
So this is weird. So this buffalo born on a farm, and then Native Americans, like different Native Americans from all over the country, went to this farm to see it, and then they said they're like, this buffalo is going to change colors, and they said that it represents all humans or all man, and it did change, and then it had a 10-year lifespan, and it throughout its 10 years it changed every color.
wow. So somebody said
They said it was going to change.
this is gonna happen to it, and it did.
Yeah, because it's happened before, I guess.
Oh,
What changed?
So there was, in like, 20 years ago, there was a white buffalo that was born, and Native Americans from all over the country like went there to see it because it's like part of their culture. And they said that the buffalo would change to yellow, and then it would change to red, and it would change to like black or brown, and then it would like say dark brown, and then it die. And the buffalo did. The white buffalo changed kind of like that. And I don't know. I haven't seen like yellow. I haven't seen red. It's just wild that they said that it would that would happen. It's just like ancient knowledge.
Josh, you need to shout outside, man.
I don't know why about that one because it's scary.
It's interesting.
what's that? Hey, we have audio now, right?
Mr. Mojo Rising. No. My dad. Yeah.
Shout out Jose.
Yeah, shouts out my father.
Yeah, he's been in the chat here, really helping us out.
Mr.
It's definitely this stupid USB card. Our show has been defeated by a USB cable.
What a weird night.
I don't know what's. Yeah. I mean, I would say our conversation is a little bit.
Has it?
Yeah. What were we talking about? Oh, white buffalo. And skin tanning. What were we on before that? Because I feel like we took a path and then we kind of we derailed a little bit. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Come on in.
I mean, we go down the path of conspiracy.
Yeah, man. So, what structures under the moon? Have you seen 2001: A Space Odyssey? Think of that.
I don't think I have.
What? We should have a movie showing, John.
Have you ever seen the movie, or it's like a documentary? It's called Club Majestic.
It's new.
I don't think so. It's got a crazy cover. The cover is like a reptilian in
Is it David Icke?
It's like David Icke influenced type of stuff, but it just talks about like how the Nazis, the German Nazis, were on the moon in like the 30s, and they were doing like some crazy stuff.
Like what? Some Fooey Society stuff?
I'm not sure, but even how like U-boats or like submarines.
Yeah.
In the documentary, they talk about how.
Well, anyway, welcome.
They're like spaceships too. It's like think about underwater, like
Yeah.
it's got to be super pressurized, and same in outer space. So they say that like, they were doing like this type of technology like almost 100 years ago,
Yeah.
which is wild.
90 years ago, man.
Like, bonkers, but just talks about that kind of stuff.
Above Majestic. Is it on YouTube?
I think it is. It's on Amazon for sure.
Amazon. Sweet. Above Majestic. I'm checking that
But
out.
there's definitely some. I definitely think that there are structures on the moon. Like,
Ancient human?
because it doesn't make any sense for us not to see the dark side of the moon, and for us not to go back since 1969.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
How long does it normally
Is the
take
dark side of the moon?
colonize?
Sorry, what?
Nothing. What?
Is the dark side of the moon always dark?
Yeah.
That's what,
It never
well, that doesn't make any sense though.
orbit.
Yeah, I don't think it's always dark.
It doesn't.
I just think it's the side we can't see.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
But
is.
if you have, let's say this light, this is the dark side of the moon. This is the dark side of the moon, and like the sun is shining on it. So even if the moon is half lit, this other side of the moon is half lit too. You know, and then when it's a new moon for us, and we can't see
Yeah, the dark side of the moon's having daytime.
because it's a circle.
Yeah.
So it should, the dark side should be lit.
Yeah, that's not it.
And,
But
and we should have satellites out there like,
Definitely.
that can look at that.
I heard
Doesn't make any sense to me.
that astronauts on there's man, I shouldn't even be saying this without sources, but I've heard reports of radio communication where one said to another like, "Oh, we're
There's a lot of evidence.
they're here again," you know, and then another one's like, "Okay, shut up about it. Like, don't talk about
Because
it."
they knew that they would be broadcasting to
Yeah,
a country or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you ever seen any UFOs?
I think I
Oh,
probably
I've
have,
seen
but
them.
I can't be like, I haven't had like an experience where it's like, that was one.
Or have you seen any on Facebook? Where like the one in Milwaukee? Did you see the one in Milwaukee?
No.
Can you like look up Milwaukee? Like go to YouTube, look up Milwaukee UFOs.
But I've seen some stuff that I don't know if it really looked to me like it was spaceships or
They
anything,
look like a flame in the
but
sky.
weird like globes of light,
Yeah, man.
like that were blinking in and out. Like at first it was just one. I was like, what the hell is that? There's like a little point of light, and it was like
And there was two more.
sort of pulsing, and then I just started noticing like there's this all of a sudden like
That's
whole
how it
bunch of
is.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To
And
find
dude,
a whole
I was
bunch.
outside like at like 20 maybe.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's a
but
lot, dude. That's
they
a fleet.
wouldn't they wouldn't all be visible at the same time, and they were just sort of like randomly scattered in this portion of the sky.
Where were you?
So I was outside of work. I was working in Madison, on the west side of town where it's very open, and dude, it was fucking wild. Like there was all these people. There's all these people having a smoke break. Everyone's smoking cigarettes, and this weird ass phenomenon is happening in the sky. And like literally, like I was the only one watching it. Everyone else was like, you know, on their phone, and I'm like freaking out, going, guys, like, do you not see what's happening right now in front of you? And I got one lady to look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's weird. And then she went back to her phone. And I was like, dude, like what is wrong with you guys? This is insane. Like we're literally seeing an unexplainable aerial phenomenon. And
Why didn't you film it?
nobody cares. Because I didn't, like, this was before really nice smartphones were prevalent. I didn't have one that was capable of really capturing it. In fact, at that time, I had a flip phone.
So I did over Lake Michigan. I have seen 3 orbs that were in a triangle formation. Me and my friends were like on the coast of Lake Michigan,
Where?
Kenosha, Wisconsin. Yeah, and it was around this time, around Halloween, because we were at the Kemper Center haunted house. So like I was just looking out at the water, just talking with my bros, and then I saw in the sky a beam like a flame. It was like shoo, and there was two more. It was like shoo, shoo, and it was a triangle formation. And then they left and started going their own ways, and they were going like this. And me and my friend, um, we were like, "Dude, what is that?" And we were freaking out. My other friend said, "Dude, it's just Chinese fireworks." I'm like, "Nah, man. Like,
Yeah,
a
but
firework can't do this."
I will say that Chinese lanterns
Yeah.
really look like UFOs, like big time. And they do release them over the lake a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well, I am attempting to play this video,
And I
but
tried filming it, but it wouldn't get on camera. But yeah, man, it could be a Chinese lantern.
we need more. We need more threads.
Look up Milwaukee UFO.
Yeah, I did attempt to play a video, but this computer is just not handling it.
What do you guys think about the Department of Defense video of officially released a video of the UFO like in the front pilot? You guys see that?
Wait, what?
Is it the old one?
It is old, but it's from like 2004.
Yeah, I was thinking 2005. Yeah.
What do you guys think about it?
Well, I haven't heard of it. Can you explain that again?
So there's like a fighter pilot, like a fighter jet, like in the sky, and he's like with one or two other guys, and there's this UFO that they see, and they're going against the wind, and it's like going like flying so fast that they're saying like it's the video that they released. It's like an inverted video, so you can't really see. It makes it different. It's like locked and low. It's locked on this target, and it's like moving with it. It's like moving really fast in the sky, just kind of in the clouds. It's really hard to tell anything from it. And the Department of Defense released it, and they said that they didn't know what it was. And if anyone else, it's like they were kind of encouraging other pilots to speak up if they saw anything else like it, which, and I think it's kind of a bunch of bull crap. Like, why would just like why would they do that? Like, why would?
Yeah, I don't think that really means anything, man.
Release
Civilization is.
Wow, that
Have you ever seen the
USB
movie
cable is really
Elysium?
finicky.
So, it's basically all the rich people have a spaceship in outer space, and all the poor people are dying on Earth that is riddled because of climate change. Soil's depleted, nutrients can't. There's famine. There's famine. So the breakaway civilization is the people, the higher class. You know, the ones that can't afford to buy a new heart if theirs is going out. You know. So like, I don't know, just your ideas of it, and have you seen Castlevania on Netflix? That one was pretty dope. It made me like think that like vampires and stuff were the original breakaway civilization, because like a lot of them lived in castles, like they had that knowledge, you know, like how to live longer.
Alright. Bro, I just went and gave
That's
I just went and gave John a look.
that's
And I think it worked.
I definitely think that vampire things are real. It's happening in a political society right now.
oh.
I mean,
Tyler, can you get a little closer?
think about Monsters Inc.
Yeah, dude, what John said about Monsters Inc. was trippy. Anxieties, thinking about the future, depressions, concentrating on the past, and then that scream energy.
And movie Sin City.
Sin City? I haven't seen that.
Oh, really?
Only seen clips.
I should see it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's super good. It's about, there's a villain who gets off by like getting with kids, and the only way you get off is if the kids, you know. So it's like more of that like vampiric energy sucking from.
Sin City, is that like a
That mad
like the
Sin
adult
films.
version of Monsters Inc. or something? I haven't seen Monsters Inc., but I can just imagine.
You haven't seen Monsters Inc?
No,
It's the same theme, but it's not the same thing.
Monsters Inc is so good.
Isn't
I
that like
teared
a-
at the end.
but isn't that kind of like that? Like their goal was to make kids,
A tear went down my eye.
because the monsters found out that they weren't really the monsters.
No, they knew they were monsters. They like their fossil fuel is Scream.
What?
It's just to like
Their energy sources. Screams of children.
So that is like Sin City.
it's just a movie to explain to children monsters aren't all that bad. They're just us.
But it really has underlying tones.
Yeah, that's kind of normal.
Like, who are the monsters?
Yeah, definitely.
Huh? Like in an allegorical way, from Monsters Inc. Like, who are the monsters?
Politicians.
We all have
And so Monsters
capabilities.
Inc. was trying to say like so bad.
Yeah, they're saying that they're bad. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's normalizing monstrous behavior.
It's scary. I don't know. It's messed up out here though. Jeff, what about, what's his,
Jeff Bezos?
no,
Goldblum?
I know you're probably like, well,
no,
yeah, from
not
a camera perspective,
Amazon,
but like,
Jeffrey Epstein.
as soon as I start doing
You guys think he killed himself?
No,
anything that's wet,
I think he's alive.
so dynamic.
I don't think he's alive, but I don't think he killed himself.
Yeah.
Who do you think inherited all this stuff?
It's,
Yeah, dude, like you seen those edgy, some of those sick edgy photos.
it's just
where
not.
it's
I
like-
mean, obviously, they don't really want to be in the public eye at all.
I just got the new Edward Snowden book.
He wrote a
What's it
book,
about?
I haven't read it yet.
but he is this like a recent book that he wrote?
It just
read?
came out. Yeah.
What's the title?
I think I don't know.
Snowden in Russia. In Russia?
Yeah, right.
Oh! Snow Day. No, that's not.
He got kicked out of Russia, didn't he? Isn't he somewhere else now?
No, he's in Russia.
Still there?
Julian Assange got kicked out of Nicaragua.
Yeah, he got kicked out. Yeah, where's he now?
In the-
Oh, he's in prison, right?
Yeah, I think
They got him.
he's in Switzerland or Sweden. In the
Really?
prison there, yeah.
Oh, well, hopefully they're treating him well. Probably aren't though.
I thought they just got him.
He's probably
That
been,
was like 2 or 3 months.
he's
ago.
probably been dead for like the last 5 years or so.
Julian
You know,
Assange.
yeah.
I've seen some weird stuff.
Well, I don't know.
Interviews and like how they're using like a. You guys ever seen that technology? Where, like,
Fake.
I think.
Yeah,
so,
deepfakes.
Where they put like a skin over you,
Yeah.
or like somebody
Mhm.
else, and like, because there was an interview of him, and there was like one glitch
Yeah.
like in it, and somebody like pointed it out and made a video about it. I was like, oh. But when he got pulled out of the embassy, did you guys see that? And he was holding like a book. Or you know how like when like famous people get caught and like there's a paparazzi like books of like, or like it happened with.
You mean like holding something over their face?
No, they're holding a piece of like published about like it's speaking about something. So like when Harvey Weinstein got arrested, he was holding autobiography or something of somebody who tattled, who like kind of like, it was basically like he had this book of somebody else who got caught, and then he kind of like opened up the door for everybody who like because his argument is if he's gonna get caught doing it, then everyone's gonna get caught doing it, like kind of like or like kind of using his powers like with sexual favors. And it was the same thing with Julian Assange. I've a hard time saying his name, but
Julian Assange.
but I forget what he was holding. But he's holding something that was like a powerful message. It was like a symbol of like.
I want to know what that is now.
I mean,
Yeah, man.
just look it up. But
Yeah,
We don't have enough RAM for
if I
that.
ever go out, if I ever get famous enough and go out, I'm definitely doing that.
Was Bill Cosby holding the book?
Probably
He's
not.
holding some pudding pops.
What
He's
book
holding
was
a sword.
Julian?
Coogee.
Alright.
What book would you hold?
I
Cards
think
of
it would-
Destiny?
I think it would. Yeah. I think it would depend on what my charge was. You know.
Treason.
I mean,
Catcher in the Rye.
I've
never read it.
I've never read it either. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good. I haven't read it. I just looked at the pictures.
All right. Well, Gore Vidal, History of the National Security State.
Oh yeah. I looked
Google
into
that.
I looked into it a little bit, and it's messed up.
The book features interviews conducted by
Copy and paste and then type in Internet Archive. Have you heard about the Internet Archive?
this. Unfortunately, this computer is way too slow. Like everything,
Yeah.
it's trying to run OBS and use a browser is painful
Yeah.
for this computer. But I'll just read a little bit of what it says. The book features interviews conducted with Vidal by Paul J., senior editor of the Real News Network, on a number of political topics. The book focuses on the historical events that led to the establishment of the massive military industrial security complex. So
I'm reading that book.
Yeah, it's. I read a little bit into it, and it's so messed up. I mean, it's good stuff, but it's just like how.
Ooh, $10.
not bad.
It's so gross.
Dude, that's cheap, bro. I'm reading that.
I probably would hold something like The Food of the Gods by.
Graham Hancock.
No, it's not Timothy Leary.
Terrence McKenna.
Terrence McKenna, yeah. Really good book. It talks about everything from marijuana to LSD to mushrooms to
Soma?
soma, yeah, and all that stuff, like kind of different chemicals for the human brain, and like kind of diving into what may have been the forbidden fruit, like in the Garden of Eden story, like. And I'm not even convinced that it was a fruit at all. I think it was like humans accessing.
Oh, Pioneer.
Yep, and then because the snake in the tree.
Kundalini.
Kundalini. Yep, exactly. But you can access that in so many ways, you know.
I would carry the book East of Eden.
Is that a novel?
No, it's not.
What is it?
Have you ever read it?
No.
Well, obviously.
I think I've seen the James Dean movie.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty good, but let me tell you, the book is a lot better. The James Dean. Well, yeah, like I mean, the movie is like a reflection in a pulled pond of like the depth of what is that book. It's crazy. That is a good book. If you've never read East of Eden, go read it.
It's about.
It's about a lot of stuff, bro. But like
About India or China?
mainly, no, it takes place in America. It takes place starts out in the East, like around the time of, I want to say, the Civil War, and ends in the West around World War One. And basically the theme, there's several themes to it, but one of the main themes is that like someone's gonna hear this and be like, you idiot, you know nothing about literature. But like how no matter what you do, like no matter how well intentioned you are, like naivety can destroy you. Like even if you think you're smart, or you actually have some intelligence, but it's the wrong kind. If you fall prey to the cunning and ill-intentioned, it's gonna mess you up.
Yeah, man. Will kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, and also it deals a lot with the Cain and Abel. What do you say? Like an allegory? I don't know.
Parable.
Yeah.
Story.
Well, I mean, like it really delves into like, was that fair? Like, how come God rejected Cain but favored Abel? And there's a very good reason for that, by the way, which I don't know if the book really actually considers. But at the surface, and it really got me thinking about that story. I'm like, yeah, why would God reject Cain? But it really comes down to the reason Cain was even making a sacrifice, and it was not for the right reasons. But the main character's sons are basically Cain and Abel.
Wow.
In that book, and you got to read it, man. It is.
What was the famous line? You're killing me. Why?
I don't know about that.
In East of Eden or the Bible?
East of Eden.
Bible.
Cain. I don't know why they
How much
didn't
of that
make a
booch?
Cain movie yet. That'd be.
Oh, there's not much booch. We go through a lot of this stuff, man.
Oh, dang it.
What?
Just not enough. We need more.
I was thinking about doing,
Okay, can you pass that?
doing a spin off of Cain and Abel and for like a masturbation
I'm good.
tool.
Does he want some?
Where it's called Cain.
Give something to try.
Where you can just make yourself ready to go, and then you're able. So Cain and Abel.
Oh.
It's like a.
I missed too much of that.
I knew
It's
a lot of sex
outrageous.
stories
Oh,
called Cain and Abel. So if you're sexually frustrated, you can just.
story of my life, bro.
Cain and Abel. Get that Genesis happening.
Wait, is that gonna help me? Do you have a product that can help me? Hold on, I'm trying to.
There are products out there. That can help you.
The computer is freaking out right now. I need to.
So what are some things that you could bring rebirth to your ego?
Oh my God! Yes, we should get back to that. I'm.
Is it processing?
Traveling.
There it goes.
So we've established why we wanted to kill our ego, and so now we need to rebirth it.
Back to this.
I'm stuck. That's why I had to.
I don't know, man. I'm still working on killing it.
I think
Now, what we should do.
finding out what you would like to master and dedicating your life to it. Like, no matter what you choose in life, it's gonna kill you. So,
Only done this like
what is worth dying for?
It's gonna work the way I think we're gonna. But we should be able to fire.
Beats me.
I guess starting a garden.
Freeze me.
I already got one.
I gotta start a garden.
It's really cool.
Are you growing raspberries?
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta get the raspberries, bro.
Yeah, well, it's hard. Like, I wanted to do that stuff and like grow fruit trees, but
Yeah.
I don't own land. I rent.
You have to own land to be growing fruit trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in my rented house, there's a walnut tree, like a green walnut or like the black walnut. And
They're
I just
gonna.
went foraging today, and I like.
Can you even grow anything?
Dude.
And stuff. Like,
You can't even really grow anything with them black walnuts hanging around.
what do you mean?
I heard they're bad for gardens.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that explains why in my garden we didn't get a good yield for strawberries. We only got like one strawberry out of like 3 plants. We got like one like watermelon this big out of like 4 or 5 plants. But we got like a good amount of cabbage and cauliflower and tomatillos and.
Oh, I like those.
Sauerkraut, man. Make sauerkraut.
Yeah, I've made it before.
What are you gonna do with those tomatillos?
Salsa, bro.
Yeah, some salsa and we got like a bunch of peppers.
Do you really want them?
What?
Like, I'd buy them from you.
Oh,
Yeah, some.
Would
dude, local economy, man. This is beautiful.
Yeah, and I got a friend who's a farmer who's got like tomatillo forests.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
They grow on trees?
No, it's he calls it that.
Oh.
He's got birds and he calls them bird people. And,
Dude, I want an orchard, man.
But yeah, I wanna
So people.
I wanna put some in my one of my upcoming hot sauces.
Have you guys ever heard of pawpaws?
Oh, is it a pepper?
No, it's a fruit, and it's a native tree, and it looks kind of like papaya, but it's like native to Wisconsin.
Oh my
Midwest.
gosh.
And it's called pawpaw, like PAW.
I gotta get those, man.
Wait, this is a native Wisconsin fruit?
Yeah.
Fruit?
What does it look like?
It looks kind of like a oblong pear. It has like
Pears are oblong, bro.
the green skin of a pear, but it's like it's just kind of like I don't know.
Is it as good as a pear?
I haven't had one.
Bro, my dad got a peach to grow in Kenosha.
How do you do that?
Just
What was your dad doing down in Kenosha? Just growing peaches?
we lived in Kenosha, but
Mm.
he got like a peach plant from Florida because he was living down in Florida. We in the ground took 3 years before it fruited, but once it fruited, bro,
Yeah.
nothing is
It
better.
survived winter?
Yeah, man.
They're native. Peach trees are native.
Oh.
Pears, plums.
I didn't know peaches were native. I was so excited that a southern peach was growing in Wisconsin.
Well,
I'm not excited
rare.
anymore. No.
All depends. Like even if you take a plant, like from one environment to another, you gotta kind of even seeds. Like
It just had good genetics then, because it was.
yeah. It just depends on because you want to try to mimic the environment that it came from.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, when I went to that seed saving event, the teacher was like,
was it named Carrie?
no, his name was Ben or Bev.
Or Bev?
Yeah. Carrie with the Appleton Seed Library.
Yep.
Oh, sweet. I probably know her though, or not know her, met her.
She's awesome.
Yeah. Whoever's putting work in the Appleton Seed Library, thank you so much for what you do and all the events that you put, because so many interesting people come and like have events. It's so cool. Well, like I was saying, like the problem with seed libraries is like you want to keep using the seeds so that they're used to the environment, because the climate and everything in the world is different than it was 50 years ago. So if like you're not getting the fittest of the seeds year after year, it's probably not going to work anymore. Yeah.
Wait, what? Don't you need like seeds that are adapting to the new climate?
Yeah.
Like, aren't you going to be kind of screwed with?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Oh, so you're constantly restocking your library?
That's what you should be
You
doing.
should be taking the strongest, the best.
I think you should be like, are you adding new? Like, you're keeping the old ones, right?
There's a
Because like,
charger.
what if the climate cycles back around? You may need, like, do they attach climate records to like the seed samples? Because
It's kind of a new thing.
Because, like, you
before
could-
people didn't care.
Because like if you were, keeping track of climate records,
In the pouch.
if you find yourself in like a really wild perturbation of the climate cycle, you may need to grab a seed from one that matches it more closely.
Yep.
That's why let's get into seed, guys. Let's get into like seed breeding, man.
I'm saying seeds. I don't know.
Do you have any tomatoes? Because
Yeah.
like I know how to do
Yep.
how to separate the seed. Do you know how to do that?
I'm just kind of doing it.
Man,
I didn't YouTube it or anything. I just
it's so cool. Like just get a mason jar and like take out the guts of the tomato, or like just take out the seeds little by little, and then put some water in there and then shake it and then put it somewhere for like 4 days. And then the bad seeds are gonna rise to the top and all the good seeds are gonna be on the ground or the
Yeah.
bottom of the jar. And then after 4 days, wash it off and then let it dry for like a week and a half. And then like that's what I'm doing right now with this heirloom tomato, because like if you look on YouTube, there's a lot of people making money with like foraging or like I don't know, like fishing and then selling it to chefs. There's like market for everything. It's just you just got to get skills.
absolutely.
I think you can make a lot of money off of panfish. 'Cause
Well,
they're really easy to catch.
what are some things that are sustainable? Like that's taking a life, Like what are some things where life is abundant? Like,
Well, I think that fish is in Wisconsin lakes is pretty abundant.
I mean,
but like what
don't be
about
for long.
mercury? What about mercury poisoning though?
I don't know.
Dude, you know Chicken out the Woods?
Oh my god.
Look at that shit.
Where was this?
Devil's Lake.
Dude, this tree's massive.
Yeah.
Just show it to the camera.
It was. They went.
That's beautiful.
Chicken out the Woods. Can it?
A little closer.
Well, you can. It's gonna superimpose the background
Beautiful.
because there's a lot of green in that photo. But you can definitely see the mushrooms on the tree. But
Oh,
if you,
check out this mushroom I
mean,
found.
if you overharvest those, you won't have those either. So
Right.
Yeah, it's
You gotta be
all
careful.
balancing act.
yeah. So don't poo-poo fishing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you don't know what people are putting in the water down the.
No, you don't know what that tree's drinking, man.
I want to find out what this is.
That looks like if that's ginger, it's not ginger.
You wanna?
Let's ask the people.
I don't think you're gonna be able to show that photo.
This is
Turmeric?
some kind
Reishi?
of it's like some kind of polypore.
Is it edible? Is it medicinal?
It may be edible, but it probably doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but is it like chalk? Oh man, I want to get into mycology.
I have a really nice mushroom book.
Is it radical mycology?
No,
Is it Paul Stamets' book?
look at all that.
Dude,
I pulled all these out of my gutter. And the like so much like leaf litter in my gutter, and it's been there for like 5 years probably, and it's like pulling all these trees out was like such nice dirt. It's like
Wow.
on the brink
Yeah, I
of,
bet.
like, it was like black. It was like, and there was like I got over 20 like saplings right here. Like
dude, sell those.
yeah, I gotta find a place for them for sure.
Facebook Marketplace.
I wonder how much you can need to sell them for.
As
Got
long
my
as high as
eaves,
they're willing to pay for it.
my eavesdrop saplings.
What?
Selling your eavesdrop saplings on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, man, and then you get money for something else, like scooters.
Scooters. I don't think scooters are sustainable though.
Not electric scooters, the ones you push.
Yeah.
There's
Alright.
no market for it though, so.
Where do you think they're getting that rubber from?
You're right.
Yeah.
Some rubber shoes,
Yeah.
which are sustainable, aren't they? If you
Yeah.
do it
Everything is sustainable.
right.
You know what's really not sustainable?
Pigs.
Why pigs?
It's not.
How?
I don't know, man.
You can't grow more pigs?
Imagine learning that your life is just food.
Well, it might be a lot more simple than what we have to try to figure out.
What were we gonna say though?
Like material, like minerals and such, metal.
Oh yeah, as soon as we use them.
I mean,
we gotta
there's
wait
only
again.
so much, right?
Lithium, silicone.
Although you can probably recycle from old stuff you're not using anymore.
There's you always lose a percentage every time.
And where does it go?
Ash,
So
dust.
Sometimes I used to really worry about that. I'd be like, are we gonna run out of iron? Like, what if we ran out of iron?
There's so much in the center of the earth,
Yeah.
unless we live on a
I don't
flat
think
earth.
we're gonna run out of iron.
what do you guys think if we nuke the moon?
Why would we nuke the moon?
Because the moon
Cause.
is the soul trap.
That was what Kennedy was gonna do. Just nuke the moon.
Well, he probably just wanted to test some nukes on the moon. I'm taking it. Like, he didn't want to get rid of the moon, did he? But why?
Cause
It's a soul trap.
We need the moon.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do.
the
Everything.
tides,
What is?
Are you kidding me? Like,
Why-
all of, like,
our gravity would be so messed up.
yeah, man. Like,
I think
all
we
of
should-
life,
That's if gravity's real.
I think we should get rid of it.
like, the life cycle of everything on this planet is
I don't even believe in gravity.
based on the moon.
Yeah, but what if I don't think the moon was always there?
Well, no, obviously, but neither was the Earth.
So we should nuke
So
it.
we've evolved. The moon is going to eventually. I think the moon is escaping. It's going to get further and further away,
I hope so.
and life will slowly.
Are you
Life
hating on
will
the
slowly
moon, bro?
evolve.
The moon
See the wolf moon when it came out?
was it the last one or
It was like I think it was a year ago by now. But like,
the
dude,
super blood wolf moon?
yeah, that's
I'm
what
sure
it
I
was.
did.
That's what they called
I'm
it.
sure I
though.
did.
Dude, I just imagine when I was staring at it for so long. I just imagined I was like, just imagine gravity just shutting off and everything just falls into the sky.
That'd be sweet. I'm down. I don't believe in gravity, anyways.
If gravity stopped working, would the centrifugal force of the Earth's rotation fling everything into space, do you think?
No.
No?
You would need a force.
No, it wouldn't, because we've
Yeah.
all been spinning for so long now that it would have to spin even faster for it to have that effect. We're already in that motion. Well, yeah, but we're going around and around. Like, we are changing direction. Does gravity overcome that, or is that force just so weak it doesn't matter?
I don't know.
I don't believe in physics.
I think gravity overcomes that, because if something is traveling in a circle, it's constantly changing direction.
Yeah.
So it's not like if something like if you're traveling in a straight line, if you were always doing that from the day you were born, you wouldn't know it. Like, you wouldn't feel that. But if you were to change direction, as you do, as you rotate around the center of the Earth, you would notice that.
True.
Yeah. Well, you don't believe in physics, so.
What are some skills that develop in the year 2020?
How to disappear.
I am probably going to continue working on recording better audio. I'm probably taking better pictures.
Practice is how you get better.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you gonna practice?
I am going to be recording episodes of my podcast. Yeah.
Are you gonna go out into nature and catch sound bites of things?
No, I don't think so. I will go out into nature and take some photos though.
What are you gonna do, Dan?
I'm going to read How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy by Paul Chek. I'm going to live a life of inspiration so that it ripples into the vibration of us all and we all lifted at the same time. No?
I do know.
Just my little...
I'm going to be watching your vibration, and I'm going to perfectly counteract it to neutralize it.
Do what you will.
No, I can't do that. I don't have that skill.
You gotta magnify it.
You think you could do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do all the time, every day.
People are canceling each other's vibrations out.
That's why the world isn't in harmony, because we're all singing a different song.
Yeah. That's like, well, that's like rebellious angels that
Yeah.
became Satan and demons. Like,
It's just the story of society.
God and his angels were all singing the song of creation,
Yeah.
and they're all like, you know what, we can sing a better song.
What do you think made them want to be rebellious?
The curse of being. You always want to seek a
Yeah,
better...
it's I think it was ego.
It's
Like,
what the universe is always doing, expanding. Everything just wants to expand and see more.
I think it's like you know, when you there's a name for this law and I always forget it, but like when you know a little bit about something, you think that you know a lot, and then once you start to know a lot, like,
Yeah.
you realize how much or how little that you know.
Yeah.
And so like I think like Satan was like, or not, and I don't mean literally Satan, but just like evil. Like if there is a actual like consciousness of evil, like it's probably like it thinks it knows a lot about life, the universe, and everything, and it really only knows a little bit.
Wow.
So
Yeah. Low vibes.
I mean, it probably knows a lot more than we do as humans.
Yeah.
But it knows enough to be dangerous.
Because, I mean, it's operating in the spirit realm, most likely, which is everything that we are already operating in, but
How long have we
Okay,
been on?
we're back. All right, we really apologize for the audio, guys.
That was fast.
And we have missed, you guys have missed a lot of great segments of discussion, and that's just unfortunate. But we have a faulty USB cable, so we're gonna wrap things up. Hopefully by next week. Well, next week we're probably doing floating light, and we definitely are gonna want to have that fixed for Floating Night Live.
In the comments section, drop some subjects that you would like us to speak about, or some areas of interest that you would like to share. Like, we all have our things, and I want to know what I don't know. And the best way to do that is exposure to different facets of life. So whatever you find interesting, share it. Whatever you would like to join in conversation about, share it. And if you have any books, let's hear the
If you have any
recommendations.
topics that you would want us to discuss, let us know. And why don't we each pick a topic from the comments if we get enough, and research it.
And do some ourselves too.
Yeah.
Like, what are more things you would like to talk about?
Yeah, we need to do that. I think that would help. I think that would help drive a lot more interesting conversation throughout the show.
I like the conversation.
Yeah, we definitely had some good spots. It's unfortunate that the audio issues kind of messed that up.
Yeah.
You know, once we start talking about good and evil, maybe we should just talk about good and evil like every time, and we'll just let the conversation splinter off of that. I don't know.
The moon. That's all I'm saying.
Did you say what?
Nuke the
The moon? We need to. Maybe next time we should get into why you hate the moon so much.
Just let us know.
I don't hate it, but
You seem to have something against it.
it's just because everyone thinks about it, and nobody thinks about it. You know, oh, there's a moon, it's a full moon. What the hell does that mean?
Like a parent who's just like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw it away. Like, if you guys are just gonna not appreciate it,
Yep. Well, we appreciate it for.
misuse it, then I'm
Whoa,
gonna.
this goes back to the first episode.
Yep.
Why do we choose
I've
fast
been
food?
pondering about this for a while.
I've been pondering about it longer than the first episode.
Why?
I'm a lunatic.
Whoa.
All right, so your dad says, why do we choose fast food? For next
Convenience,
Convenience.
price,
Well, no, I think for next time.
engineered taste.
For next time, yeah.
Yeah.
We should also see who's in charge of these chains. Like, look at Subway. The parent company also owns Dunkin' Donuts, Domino's. All of these people own our food.
Yep. Ugh.
It's
Yeah.
like cattle and feeding.
Yep.
Oh well. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It was a pleasure spending the night with you.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And it was good having a conversation with you too.
Pre-recorded.
Agreed. All right. Until next week.
Until next
Or
time.
2 weeks. Or
Until next time, guys.
Have a great evening.
Have the best evening.
we love you.
A wonderful week. Try to
Try to better your world and better yourself.
let go of attachments.
And share some ways that we can better ourselves as well.
Don't use hard drugs.
Or do.
I would recommend against it.
The thing is, though,
And
I was just having this conversation.
your neighbors.
And choose love.
Choose love.
Hashtag Aaron Carter.
Choose soft drugs.
Do soft drugs.
Like caffeine.
Don't do caffeine. That's a hard drug.
Well,
Do medicine.
Do medicine.
really like. I like the cross.
All right, guys. Do medicine. See you later.
Peace out.
I think that it's.
I can't end this
I mean,
stream.
I know there's a lot of